Hello, my name is Libni. I'm going to be doing a video summary on the life of a Sureño. Um, for Robert Hernandez, he had a very troubled childhood. He would get into lots of fights as a young kid. His father was very abusive. Um, and so he tried to get into that mindset that he would not get involved into gangs and all of that because he just overall didn't feel like he wanted that life for himself. But eventually he did um get involved in some way or another. Was that he was a heroin distributor in prison. And he also mentioned that prison was very different to the county jails, and how county jail was kind of like very, everyone had their own separate place, and prison was more organized per se. He also said that people were very relentless in prison, and how uh he felt that it was very like if you didn't do something, especially because there was lots of mafia people and all of that. And so yeah, he also was involved in that. There was a young man who he took under his wing in separate because he was changed between prisons lots of times. There was this young man who he took under his wing, um and he actually helped him out. He taught him a lot of things. He smoked with him, he got high with him, he uh, drank with him, all of that thing. And there was actually some guys that actually were poking fun at him. They were making fun of him, the young dude. And Hernandez actually was like actually trying to defend him, but the youngster was actually like a like blah blah blah, but he actually defended himself, all of that. And then like in the next day he actually tried to stab him. He stabbed him from behind him. And so next day forward, he actually took that very personally because it's a very disrespectful to stab someone quite literally in the back. And so the next day he preps the courtyard, because he had access to it. He was the court staff per se. And so he sets it up, sets everything up. He calls his friends. He's like, "Hey, bring everybody here." And he calls the young guy. He's like, "Hey, like, I give you my word. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna do anything until you're ready. So just come here." Um, and so he stabbed him there. He also mentioned lots of stomping, what they call, is where you quite literally stomp someone to inches of their death. He also mentioned lots of that. There were lots of riots. He mentioned a riot that got really bad overall, um, where um people had to get pepper sprayed because it was so bad. It was a riot between Hispanics and Black people, and it was super, super like malicious. Um, there was also the fact that once he finally found God, he found God, and he he wanted to apologize for everything that he did, and so he acknowledges the fact that he was a very bad person because he did a lot of things. He stabbed people, tried to he stole things, he burglarized homes or burglarized places. He made a prayer to God. He said that if you could help me and the way that I serve the gang, the way that I serve heroin, or the way that I serve like people around me, my homies, all of that. The way that I serve them, the way I will serve you. He said that in a prayer to God. He only was given a 6-month lifespan because of his hepatitis. He went to the doctor 2 weeks later and there was no hepatitis in his system. Um, and that right there was like his moment. He realized like and so he truly believed in that moment. He had first degree murder as well as 3 attempts, and his first hearing took 1.5 hours, which is really unheard of. And normally they take 5, 10 hours. Like, it's a really long time. It's a long process, the court hearings, as well as his deliberation. It only took 11 minutes, which normally takes much longer. And his parole agent was only assigned to him in 30 days. He acknowledges that he was a very bad person, but he is truly, truly sorry for what he did. And the governor actually signed off on it. And she showed true remorse in that moment in the courtroom. And so he also said in the conclusion that he tried to fight his instincts and that he needs to stay very, very focused and stay on track. And so he wanted to end off on the Rocky movie and how it shows us not to run and to go the distance. Every time that you fall down and that you Mickey tells you to get up. So every time you fall, you get back up, and that would be all. So truly, it's very surprising how this man uh, gets back up. And so I wanted to do an in-text citation. I wanted to do an voiced citation. It is by Soft White Underbelly, who was the Mark Laita, and the man who was being interviewed was Robert Hernandez. Thank you very much for watching.